Hey, what's going on, you guys? Nicholas Moy here, and in this video, we are going to be talking about a free certification that has come across my desk that I want to share with you guys, and I'm actually pursuing it myself, which is why I felt like I should endorse it. I think it's worth your while. If you are interested in pursuing a career in cloud security, DevSecOps, or security engineering, then this might be a credential that is worth obtaining. And that is going to be the Wallarm API Security Associate. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link down in the description. Let me go ahead and share my screen and let's talk about this. All right, so what we have here is the Wallarm API security website. If you guys are unfamiliar with this company, they are pretty darn cool. And I gotta say, this video is not endorsed. Okay, I'm not getting paid or sponsored or anything like that. I don't get any benefit in sharing this with you, except for the fact that it is going to help bolster your resume and your experience and give you an additional tool, access to an additional tool so that you can learn and become a better security professional, right? One thing that you guys need to know as you're building your career, and you probably have heard me say this before, is that getting access to tools, experience with tools, is one of the hardest things to do. Yes, there's a lot of free and open source tools out there, but as you have been in the corporate game for long enough, you start to realize that many big tech corporations don't use open source tools because they can be a pain in the butt to maintain and manage. They like to use enterprise grade tools because a lot of that heavy lifting has already been taken care of. Sometimes that's not the case, but many times it is. And when you have the ability to gain the training around one of those professional enterprise grade tools, that is a benefit to you. And that can be hard to obtain because sometimes you have to have a paid license to the tool in order for you to get training for the tool. And that's the catch-22 scenario that many IT professionals have. You can't get trained on something until you have experience, but then how do you get the experience? And it's a catch-22 situation. Right? You probably have heard of this one before. Josh Madakor mentions it all the time, and it is a real thing. Well, one way that we can help circumvent that or solve that problem is by getting free training where we can with tools that allow us to do that. And that's what Wallarm is trying to do here with access to free API security certification training. And this is going to actually teach you how to use the Wallarm Security Edge tool here. Now, this is their website. I'm going to put a link down in the description. They do have a little bit of a showcase on what the tool does and kind of how this works. Now, if you are new to APIs and you don't know much about APIs, I would recommend that you approach this training with caution. You may want to maybe watch a couple videos on APIs and what that is and how they work before jumping into how to secure them. Just because you don't know how to secure what you can't really figure out what it does, right? You have to know how the thing works before you can know how to secure it. But once you've gathered some basic understanding, or maybe you already have an understanding of what APIs are and how they connect and all that stuff, then going through a training on how to secure them would be beneficial. So just something to think about. Wallarm has a lot of great information on their websites that you can kind of check out and click around. But what I really want to show you is their training program that they are working on. Now, the one I'm talking about specifically today is the Level 1 API Security Certified Associate. This is a free certification, and it says here, this certificate proves your ability to deploy and secure a REST API edge, set up security edge, explore a vulnerable backend, and simulate attacks like cross-site scripting and SQL injection. Apply core API protections, configure IP allow and deny list, enable API discovery, and enforce basic API schemas, and then prove your skills by actually completing a hands-on lab, getting experience, and milestones through a short exam to earn your certification. Now, here is what is pretty cool about this, everybody, is we can actually obtain one of the coveted Credly certifications, which means that you can put this on your LinkedIn profile right next to your Security Plus and your CISSP and your AWS certifications if you'd like. And it will sit there and people can actually verify that you have obtained this certification, which is very helpful. Now, like I told you earlier, I personally am working on this. I have actually been friends with the Wallarm leadership team for a long time. And again, not being endorsed, though if they want to endorse me, you know where to contact me. The Wallarm security team, these are genuine people, right? These are good guys. They've been around for a couple of years now, and they have some pretty good technology. And I'm excited to see what they have going on here as far as training and opening up the doors for people just like you and I who want to learn how to use additional tools, gaining additional experience. I personally don't have exposure to Wallarm's toolset. I haven't had to work in an environment where we used it, but once I have completed this training and I've gotten a feel for what they do and how they work, I might be more inclined to trying to get some of their licenses implemented in the next cloud architecture or software architecture that I am responsible for protecting. So that's one of the benefits to being a part of programs like this. Now, one thing I do want to share with you guys, and this is not a hard sell because it's not a sell at all. If you guys are looking for active training on IT basics and cybersecurity basics and cloud security basics, I want you guys to check out the Cyber Forge. I have a free community, school community down in the description. And inside of here, I have free student resources where I actually share an active list of certifications and other helpful resources along with other free training that I have created. But inside of here is a list of certifications that I recommend you obtain. If you're a student in IT or cybersecurity or cloud and you're actively trying to pursue a career and you want to bolster your resume, you want to get some credentials on there, maybe you're transitioning from another career into tech, this is a great resource to begin to leverage so that you can start to acquire some of these credentials and tag this on with your Security Plus or your cloud certifications that you're planning on investing in, which I highly recommend you do. So again, link to this community is going to be down in the description below, completely for free. There's nothing to sell you in there. Just check it out and take advantage of this free resource. All right, everybody, that is all I have for you today. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. And if you did, please leave a comment down below and tell me if you guys are planning on taking the Wallarm API Security Certification exam and what you're excited to learn there. And if you guys have any questions for me, I would love to see them down in the comment section below. Make sure to drop me a like, any question, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.